Good morning. This is David. I'm your field manager here in South Carolina. I'm going to do a quick video for you since you can't be here for your pre-drywall orientation. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk inside your home here, and I've got your paperwork. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your paperwork with all your options, and we're just going to take a quick look around and make sure that everything's installed up to this point. Okay? If the camera looks a little weird, looks like a tunnel, that's because I got a wide angle lens on here so you can take a look around. So just walked in the front door here looking towards the back entryway, well, the garage entryway. There's your great room. Here's your library flex room. Bedroom number 2 is that way. Okay, but I'm going to just set this up on tripod here and go through a couple of things with you. Please excuse the informality and professional video here because this is just something I do on a personal level. The company doesn't do this and give us any production or anything like that. Okay, so good morning. Take my bucket off my head. So what I was talking about is these are your options right here that we went through this at your pre-construction meeting, whether it was on the phone or in person. But what we have here is you've got the Abbeville model, okay? And what I did is I highlighted everything in yellow that can be installed at this stage of the game. The things that aren't highlighted wouldn't be installed at this point, such as hardwood, tile, any of the other finishes. Things like that won't be installed. What we want to make sure is that the major structural things are in and that things are installed behind the studs before they get covered up with sheetrock in preparation for their final product. Okay? So for example, I'm just going to read down through the list, and then what we'll do is take a walk through the home. But things like the golf cart receptacle, we'll go look at that. Phone outlet, cable outlets, ceiling fan pre-wire, pendant lights, floor receptacle, recessed can lights, under cabinet lights, of course the elevation of the home, which you saw when I started the video, which is the style of the front facade. Okay, fireplace. Then we've got the some more recessed can lights in the hallway, Whirlpool gas, range. We want to make sure the piping is in for that. The optional windows in the secondary bathroom, the energy package, the master bath has a second sink, recessed can lights in the foyer, okay? And that's pretty much it that we can check at this point. The other thing is your the locations of your phone and cable. If you look right here, that's where the drawing that we did for that, so that we can check those locations, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a quick look around and show you those items, okay? So here we go. Let me just grab the camera here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the front door. Let's go back to the front door here, and I'll just walk in and I'll turn to the right, and then you'll get a better grasp of where we are in the video. Okay, so we walk in the front door, we turn into this little hallway here. Okay, you see you got the recessed can light right there. This is in this back little hallway. Then you get your secondary bath. You have a linen closet here. Okay, that's just a piece of sheetrock getting ready to be installed. You get your standard tub shower combination unit. You've got the optional window, which we have in your options. Then you've got your toilet roughed in, your sink roughed in. Okay, some switches here, junction box for switches, junction box for GFI outlet. Okay, you've got your bath fan here. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up this bathroom. Then we'll go back into the bedroom number 2, which is on the front of the home here. Okay, got your windows there, you got an air conditioning vent there, and then there's the ceiling fan junction box. Alright, that'll be in all the rooms, all the bedrooms, the great room, stuff like that. We just don't put them in the bathrooms and the hallways and stuff. Alright, so taking a look at this wall, you got regular standard outlets. kind of placed throughout the room here. Right there. Okay. And then you get your closet is all framed up right here. Okay. Now one of these outlets will be switched as part of our standard. In every room we do a standard switched outlet with every home. Okay, so I'll show you that when we're all done. Okay, so moving on, we'll go back out to this foyer. Okay, in the foyer you see an AC vent over the front door, and then you get your 3 recessed can lights. That one's hanging a little bit loose there. I'll get that corrected for you, and then we'll get that other one there. And you see your archway is all framed in, and that'll be covered up with sheetrock soon. Alright, turning to the right here, you've got your library or flex room. You got your ceiling fan junction box right there. You got another air conditioning vent. Actually, that's a return vent. There's the air conditioning vent over the window. Okay, and then as we look around the room, again, we've got some standard outlets spread throughout the area here. Okay, now here is one of your cable locations that you chose. You'll notice there's 2 wires for that, a black one and a blue one. The black one is for your video, and your blue one is for like data. So you could actually convert that to a phone line, but it's really set up for a data line for a computer. Okay, and then we got another standard outlet, and you got a whole bunch of switches here. Alright, so looking into this back entryway, or we call it the owner's entry, from the garage to the home, okay, we've got a recessed light up there. You got an AC vent right there. Okay, there is a closet behind the door here, so when this door is normally closed, you've got your closet right there. Alright, there's just one outlet in here, okay, for vacuum cleaner or something. That's about it in here. And then you get the light switch, will be in this location. Okay, let me just check out the garage. So we walk into the garage, nice big open garage. Alright, so you'll have a switch right here, which is, turn the lights on in the garage. And then this blue wire right here is actually just going to be the button for your garage door opener. Okay, and you'll see that those wires go up and they go over to the actual control for the garage door opener right there. Alright, and we have a junction box for a light, other junction box for a light there. Okay, we have a standard outlet which is on the back wall here of the garage, and then as you come around you see some piping in the wall. You've got some low voltage junction boxes there, which is for future cable TV, phone, things like that, depending on what type of service you get from your service provider. They'll use those accordingly. Okay, so whether you get internet, satellite TV, regular standard cable, they'll use those boxes. This is just a standard outlet right here. This is your electric panel, so that's where your breakers will be for all your resets. We'll have that all clearly labeled and hooked up at the end of the project. This is a water shutoff valve. Okay, that'll shut off all the water in the entire home. It doesn't shut off the irrigation system. It'll just shut off everything inside the home. So I'll show you how that all works too at the end of the project. Alright, so as we walk around here, we got some more control wires for your garage door openers. Alright, here's your garage door. While the door opening. Okay, another control box for that. Now we got an outlet over here on this wall, which is probably one of your golf cart choices. Okay, right there. And then there's another one right here in this little recessed area. So you could use that for a workbench or some refrigerator or something like that. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to head back on out to the great room, dining room, kitchen area. So this is it here. Alright, so as I turn to the right, we've got a big old stack of sheetrock in your kitchen, but you've got your pantry closet here. Some light switches will be in that location. You get your kitchen refrigerator will be in this spot right here. You can see the water line for that, ready to go. Power for that. Alright, junction boxes on the countertop here. You've got outlet You've got a phone line there. This wire just hanging here, that's for your under cabinet lighting. That'll be hooked up later on. Okay, then we've got a cable location here in the corner. Alright, so you got phone and cable here in the corner. Then you got another power outlet there. Another under cabinet light here. An outlet there. Okay, then as we back up, you'll see that this is going to be where your range or your slide-in range is going to be. One thing is you got the gas shut-off valve right there. Okay, so that's for later on. We'll hook up the gas to that. This here is electrical connections. The big one is actually a standard 220 line that we run for all homes, just in case you had wanted to switch back to electric someday. And then the other one is just a plug. That right there is all your under cabinet lighting, gets all junction together in that spot there, so it's easy to access behind the range rather than busting open the wall. This would be where the microwave outlet is, or the hood right there, depending on your options. Got a couple switches, another outlet. Then you've got the plumbing will be in front of this window right here, the kitchen sink. Okay, and as we go around, it's a little bit tough to see with the sheetrock in the way, but you'll have a dishwasher location over there. Okay, and then as we get into the dining area here, you can see you got the two windows in the dining area, and then this is the back of the home, the window and the patio door right there. So let me just turn around and give you a shot of the ceiling of the kitchen. You'll see there's a lot of stuff going on up here. We've got the recessed light package. You got the air conditioning vent right here. All right, you get your 3 pendant lights, which is those 3 black plastic junction boxes there. 1, 2, 3. All right, and there's another recessed light. You got a lot of stuff going on in the ceiling of the kitchen there. All right, but we're all set for your options. You also got a chandelier junction box right there, here in your dining room. Another AC vent. Okay. So everything's looking good. We're on track with those options. So this is looking into the great room. You can see your fireplace there in the corner. Alright. You got your ceiling fan junction box right there. Alright. And then for your fireplace, you're going to have the switch. Turns the fireplace on and off right there. Okay, and that'll be all trimmed out with a little mantle and everything. Got outlets throughout the room here. AC vent over those windows. Another outlet here. Then you've got a cable location right here. Another outlet. Some switches. Okay. And that pretty much wraps up the great room here. Alright, so heading into this little back hallway. You've got right in front of us, this is going to be where the thermostat is. Right here. These wires are for the thermostat. If you look straight up, we've got big return air vent. Even though we got return air vents in most of the bigger rooms, we do have one big one here for the whole first floor. And there's a recessed light right next to it in this hallway. Alright, moving on. Laundry room. Okay, in the laundry room we've got our dryer vent hooked up right here. That's this right here. Okay, solid piping for that. Goes all the way up and goes right out the shortest distance possible out the house. Kind of hard to see in the video here, but goes up and out. No flex pipe we use in that. We use all solid. Okay, so you got electricity right here for the dryer, 220. Then you've got electricity for your washer, and then of course the connections for the washer and hot and cold and the drain line. Alright. And then if we take a look up here, we've got, you know, a light junction box there for just a surface mount light fixture. And then next to that, I don't know if you can see in the video, but this is framed out. There's a box framed out right here. That's going to be attic access later on. It'll look like a picture frame on the ceiling. And you can have a service technician go up in there and service your air conditioner and things like that. Here in the laundry room, off the laundry room, we got this storage area. Okay, this will all be finished up later on. I have shelving all the way around 3 walls here. Okay, kind of hard to see in the video at this point, but Alright, so let's walk into the master bedroom. So as you walk into the master bedroom, you got your nice 3 windows there. Okay. We got the ceiling fan junction box right there in the middle. We got another return grill there. Well, there will be a grill later. You notice we put the insulation in there just to keep it clean during construction. This little black box here, there's several of them throughout the house. That's for a smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector. So we put those in according to the fire safety codes. Alright, so on the wall as you come in from the bedroom on the right, you've got a cable outlet here. You've got a regular outlet there. Alright, we got some more regular outlets here. Outlet under the window. Another outlet over here. Then we've got a phone line here, which I imagine would be next to the headboard later. And then a electrical line there. Okay. Bunch of switches on the wall will be right here as you walk in the door. Okay, and then another outlet there. Alright, so this is going to be the doorway going into your master bathroom. As we walk in here, this is going to be where your double sinks are, so we talked about that double sink option. And you have a big long mirror going across this wall. You got a bunch of switches, you got an outlet here. It'll be a GFI protected outlet. And then on the other end where the other sink is, you have the same thing. You have another GFI outlet right there. There's a switch next to that because the closet door is right here, and that'll turn on the light in the closet, in the walk-in closet. Right there. Okay, so backing up. This is your your shower enclosure right here. Okay, and you also got the window over that. Got a recessed light over that. AC vent. The bath fan right there. Alright, so everything looking good in here. We've got the private toilet area. Okay, so it'll be a door right here, and that'll go into where the commode is. Alright, pretty simple. Light switches, bath fan. There's another bath fan in here. Alright, so coming back out, let's go in that walk-in closet. Alright, pretty simple, not much to look at in the walk-in closet at this point. Okay. There will be a light fixture right above, and it has its own AC vent. We don't want to get musty or anything like that in your closet. Keep everything fresh. So let's head on back out to the dining area here. I'm going to put this camera back on the tripod, and we're going to read back down through your list and talk about a couple other things. And then what I'll do is I'll take a quick walk around the outside of the house before I wrap up the video for you. Alright, putting this on the tripod here. Again, excuse the shakiness. I'm a professional builder, but I'm not a professional video guy. Okay, so alright, so what we saw, let me just turn this around so I can see how it looks. Okay, so basically what we saw here is we went through all of these items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through them again just to make sure that we saw those. Again, I'm just going through the highlighted items because that's the only thing we can check at this point. We can't check the first item, which is carpet padding, but we can see that we did see the golf cart outlet. We saw the additional phone line. We saw 2 phone lines, kitchen and bedroom. Cable outlets, we saw 4 of those total. The ceiling fan pre-wire package, we saw that in all those rooms I showed you. The 3 pendant lights, we saw that right above us here. It's right above the camera. The floor receptacle, I didn't show you the floor receptacle. Let me show you that. That is right there. Okay, according to the plan. I know it looks a little weird at this point, the way it's sticking up out of that concrete like that, but we actually have a specific way that we trim that flush with the finished flooring later on. So no need to be concerned about that. Recessed lights in the kitchen, we saw that package. The under cabinet lighting, I showed you the wires hanging out for that. Elevation 1, saw that at the beginning of the video. You'll see it again at the end of the video. The fireplace, saw that. The location was the great room. And then the next item we got here is recessed can lights in the hall. So that was like the back hallway coming in from the garage and that small hallway near the master bedroom and the laundry room. So those two little areas there. The gas upgrade to your range, to your Whirlpool range, we saw that the pipe was all ready to go, and that'll all get hooked up later on. Secondary window in the, the additional window in the secondary bath, okay? So that's bathroom number 2, the window up over the shower, the tub shower. The energy package, I didn't talk too much about the energy package because there is another video that I'm going to send to you where I talk about a lot of our standard features that we do, that we're very proud about as a builder here in South Carolina, that I think puts us above and beyond some of the other builders. So I'm going to send you information on how to access that video, and I talk specifically about the standard things that we do in our homes, and one of those is the energy package. But it includes things like the insulation that you see, and the foam around the windows, and the radiant barrier on the roof, and everything that you saw in that description in the option. I can talk about it a little bit more in detail in the video, so you have to check that out. The optional sink in the master bath, so we saw where there's plumbing in for 2 sinks there. The recessed can lights in the foyer, so we saw those 3 lights up in the foyer. Okay, and then the last page, there's nothing we can check at this. It's just hardwood in the faucet. Okay, so if we just take another quick peek at this was your drawing that we did. All right, so we saw the locations here that are all highlighted in red and so forth. So everything's looking good there. Okay, so there's no worries. So we're looking good to go ahead and put this sheetrock up in regards to your options. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up this paperwork real quick, and what we'll do is we're going to take a walk outside. I'm going to take a quick walk around the house for you so you can get an idea of what's going on. And from this point, what happens is we will start sheetrocking very shortly. And once our sheetrock is done and we get like the cabinet delivery, you're going to get an official notice from our closing coordinator as far as what your closing date will be. Okay. Right now, we're looking at the end of June, but that's a tentative target date. There's a lot of things that can happen that can affect that date. So the closing coordinator will send you that exact date, and I'll be in touch with you in regards to the pre-closing orientation, which we do, 4 or 5 days before the closing. We'll walk through the house when it's all done. Okay. So if you have any other questions or anything, just give me a call or send me an email. Let me just put this paperwork away. I'm going to put my hard hat back on, so I'm going to be walking outside and around, and grab the camera here. All right. Okay, so let's walk right back out that front door. Okay. All right, so sorry for the mess. It's a bit of a mess here. I'm just going to take another quick pan around at the front of the house. There's a garage. Okay, there's the front. We look here down to the left. You see some nice finished homes here. And to the right, we got a house under construction, a couple houses under construction, and then we got some finished homes there. All right, so let's take a look around the right side of the home, just to give you an idea of what it's looking like. Yeah, all your siding's done, it's looking good. Okay, a little bit of a mess out here. We had a rainstorm, so I hadn't cleaned up after that. But all your siding's in. Don't worry about the color. If you're looking at the color saying, why is that yellow on the corner? That's just the factory primer. We'll paint your house completely according to the paint scheme that you chose. All right, so let's take a look around here. All right, there's that window in the bathroom, the secondary bath. All right, everything's looking good. A little bit muddy out here, so don't mind me and my stumbling around here. It's just because it's a little bit muddy. Okay, here's your back patio. Nice shot of the area. This is the lagoon. It's still kind of under construction. They actually fill it up with a little bit more water once we're all done. Okay, so let me get another shot of the back of the house. Here's the back. All right, everything's looking good. Siding looks good. You notice this is like a what looks like a dryer vent hanging out of the eave there. That's actually one of your bath fans. When we do the final HVAC connections and turn the AC on, that actually put a nice finished little grill on there so no animals can go inside. All right, that's just yet to be done. This is the exhaust for your fireplace. Okay. All right, looking back this way. Okay. All right, I can walk on your neighbor's grass here, not so muddy on this side. All right, there we go. So that's looking at the backyard again, patio. Okay, this right here is a garden hose connection. That we do that standard on the homes. It'll be one in the back corner and one on the front corner. This white pipe sticking up here is a sewer clean out. We'll cut that down a little bit more level with the ground once we finish up all the grading. Okay, here's the spot for your air conditioning compressor. All right, and all the pipes and everything ready for that. There'll be an outlet for that, some control wiring. That's what all this stuff is here. You got a tankless water heater that's actually going to get mounted to the house right here. You see the hot and cold sticking out. We'll get that connected up later. There's a gas line sticking out there as well. More control wires. All these wires that you see right here, this is all your phone and cable locations sticking out for your utility company. They'll hook those up accordingly. Get your electric meter here. Okay. Another service outlet. This is going to be where the gas line goes in the house. There'll be a gas meter right here. We're just waiting on the utility companies right now to put in the underground piping under there all the way out to the street. Just hasn't been done yet. Should be any day now. Alright, so I'm just going to take another quick walk around and I'll stop the video right in front of the house like I started it. And again, apologize for the informality of this video. But, you know, some customers find it, you know, pretty informative. And, you know, if you can't be here, this is about the best thing I can do for you. So I hope you appreciate it. If you have any feedback on it, if you think there's some other information I can include, you know, let me know. And, again, you got my email, so send me an email. You got any questions or concerns, or you got my phone number, you can call me as well. All right, so again, I'm going to send you a link to another video with this video so that you can see more about our standard features. All right, have a good day. Bye.